All right. Hi, everybody. Chris Wilson, Wilson Organic Farms. We farm in that southwest corner of Wisconsin. And we have a 500 cow dairy farm that we run about 3,600 acres of ground around. 2,700 of that is row crops. And about 900 of pastures to go along with the milk cows and the heifers and young stock that we raise. We are a large family. So I farm with my dad and 6 other cousins. Kim, Calvin, Kevin are my first cousins, and Rory and Raina are Rory, Raina, and actually Cody are 3 of my second cousins. So we would be the 6th and 7th generations, and then Rory's children, who are 1 and 2, would be the 8th generation of the farm. So a lot of family. We love to work together and try to solve this organic production. We've been doing it since 1996. We transitioned to organic, sold our first load of milk to Organic Valley in 2000. So from a cropping standpoint, we grow fairly diverse different crops and rotations depending on farms and what the needs are year to year, manure, different variables. But this would probably be our most common rotation, where we have usually it's a corn silage or corn earlage, snaplage, where we can get it off sooner, establish a small grain crop that we frost seed into, and then actually come back to corn again, and then that small grain with then a rolled rye and soybeans, and then followed by 3 to 4 years alfalfa. So that's kind of quick background on that. And this is just kind of the list of different things that we grow and the rough breakdowns on those acres. I don't know, Ty, did you want everybody to kind of introduce themselves and then jump into kind of different things that we do, or did you kind of want me to talk through specific some of the things that are maybe different that we do?
Yeah, why don't you just keep on going with kind of the little
Okay.
what you kind of do kind of on those conversations, those questions we kind of talked about there, and we'll kind of and if something pertains to Barry or Matthew will chime in there a little bit, and then we'll just keep on rolling.
Sure. So I guess we use a lot of I would say, tools that are fairly known out there. Trying to think outside the box of maybe something that we have that we use for a tool that isn't as common. So this would be it's an Einbach Aerostar rotation is what they call it. We like to call it the eradicator because it's a fairly aggressive blind cultivation tool, and it works well ahead of corn emergence. So basically we try to plant deeper on our corn. Usually we're planting 3 to 4 inches on depth to try to give the weeds a chance to get up and get going. And then we'll wait for that colodial to start to make that shoot out of the seed, and then usually about 1 to 3 days before it's going to poke through the ground, about 3/4 of an inch to 1 1/4 inches below the ground is the ideal time. And we'll run this tool about 1 inch deep and basically just try to lift up that topsoil and get all of the weeds kind of fluffed up on top. And obviously, any blind pass, if you can do it when there's 3-4 days of sunshine and no moisture coming, then that's perfect. The other thing that it works really nice is we have a lot of our corn is going into somewhat higher residue situations. Not always, but a lot of times there's an alfalfa plow down or things of that nature, whether it's, so we may have the alfalfa roots, but we also have maybe grass that's either planted as part of the mix that has root balls that can gum up a tine weeder, a straight tine weeder a little bit more, whereas this tool really doesn't have any problems with that. So that's one of the benefits. It is, you got to be super careful with it. It's a tool that if you are too aggressive, you can take out a lot of the stand. So I think the big key to it is having a really even seed bed, a really even emergence, and then being able to hit, get across at the right times. The other nice thing is it's about a 30-foot. We have a 30-foot tool on this one. We try to do everything on 12-row 30-inch passes as our setup. You can do 150 acres in 10, 12 hours pretty easily with this tool. So you can get across a lot of acres pretty quickly.